Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Toast to the Masters. And today we have someone very special with us. She is a life skills trainer by profession and a passionate Toastmasters for almost 2 years. Not only that, she has been twice the district finalist for table topics. She has been the district semi-finalist for ISC and has been the division winner for the evaluation contest. She has won the Toastmaster of the Year, Outstanding Toastmasters, and various other accolades of Toastmaster International. So let us welcome today the very special guest, Toastmaster Pragya. Toastmaster Pragya, welcome to this special session. And I would like to know one thing from you about why did you join Toastmaster?
I feel that every person has the biggest fear in him or her, which is about speaking in public. Portraying our thoughts in the way we want to explain it to people is the toughest task that I was facing in my journey. And being a life skills trainer, I have to do this particular thing in and out. So it was a lacking area which was hampering my growth. Even when I was working in my job, I was not able to express my presentations, my projects, my briefings in a proper manner. That's when I got to know about Toastmasters and I attended a few meetings of it. I saw beautifully people were able to speak in a more organized manner, and whatever they had to speak, they were so thorough with it. That's when I started attempting the basic segment, which is a table topic segment where you have to speak for a minute or two. And it was challenging. I thought I was an amazing trainer, but even those 10 seconds impromptu speaking showed me the mirror which I had never thought I needed. So that day, I decided that this is something which is going to be an important part of my journey of growth. Without communication, nothing works well in this world. And this is the place where I found it was easy to learn it. So that's why I joined Toastmasters.
Dear friends, listen to this. Without communication, nothing is going to work in this world. So Toastmasters gives you a platform where you can try out different things and you can go miles with Toastmasters. So Toastmasters Pragya, as you mentioned, you had so many problems and the reason why you joined Toastmasters. And you have almost 2 years in Toastmasters. Where do you see yourself? How much have you progressed from that part, that day to this day?
There's one thing which I really loved about Toastmasters here was that it is a self-paced journey. It was completely in my hands on what speed, what pace I want to decide from my own growth. There was no pushing back, there was no hurrying up, challenging all the time. But there was still an innate feeling that, yes, if I am there, I have to do something. So I started my journey from a very basic, as I told you, 10 seconds speaking on a table topic was something which scared me in front of people at that point of time. But after that, in these 2 years, I have not only worked on my communication skills, you see me talking fluently now, which I would not have done 2 years back. Also, I have explored my leadership side a lot into it. In leadership, as a leader, you need to communicate really, really well in the manner which your employees, which your fellow people will understand. And various roles which I tried in Toastmasters made me grow, I would say, from a sea level to a mountain level. That's how I can define my journey in Toastmasters. One thing which I understood was it's like a huge, vast area. You can just keep on walking, and every single step will come with a new learning, with a new growth, with a new high. It never goes down once you start that journey. So I feel that it is miles to go before I sleep, but still, I see myself to be an absolutely changed, good, clear, concise communicator than what I was before. That's how my journey has been till now.
Thank you, Toastmasters Pragya. And this is something very important. Toastmasters has its own self-paced way to go forward. And this is something which has helped so many people to develop their skills. But I would like to know one more thing, Toastmaster Pragya, as you mentioned, that this is not only about the speaking capabilities, But these speaking capabilities can actually help in communication as a leader. And as you mentioned, this has been something which you have also faced in your life. So how do you think communication helps you as a leader?
So normally, as people, we never think about what kind of leaders we are, what better ways of communication can be. And also, we are not able to put in the thoughts that we really have in our mind into words properly. But all these are extremely important segments of being a leader, because you need to understand in the way you have to speak to the people. You have to understand what they are trying to communicate, both verbally, non-verbally. And as a leader, it is extremely important to have that kind of a persuasive nature, wherein you can convince people in a manner where they like to do what you want them to do. So this was my biggest learning as a leader, that they were doing what I wanted them to do, but with a happy heart, because they were okay to do it. And that's where this communication, the various styles that I loved throughout the pathway journey which Toastmaster gives, there are specific projects which define, which help me understand what kind of a leader I was right now, and what kind of a changes were needed for me to be a leader who people would want to accept and work for. So this gap which was there between two types of leaderships was beautifully filled by the aspects which these projects showed me on how to work on. Plus, I have also taken executive committee role in Toastmasters, and that showed me how to actually work in teams, because this is a non-profit organization here. You're not getting paid to do things. So you have to be an excellent communicator, an excellent persuasive person to make somebody else work in a team with you, still be happy with it, and still divide tasks and get them done in a more organized manner without any lucrative financial benefits. It's only learning benefits that you get here. So it's a tough thing to do here. If you can do it without paying it to somebody, you can absolutely do it when you're paying people. That's what I learned.
Dear friends, did you hear that? Toastmasters gives you a very nice platform to improve and improvise your leadership skills. And communication is a very important way of helping in your leadership skills. So, Toastmasters Pragya, what do you want to tell the new people in Toastmasters and the people who are about to renew their membership? What is your special thoughts for them?
One thing which I have experienced in this 2 years journey is that it is easy to get overwhelmed at times, give up on the journey that you have taken up with a lot of enthusiasm in the start to grow for your own self. Sometimes Toastmaster takes a backseat because you prioritize everything else, and comes as the last priority, and it starts with losing out on meetings, and then losing that interest and all of it. One thing which I would advise the people who have joined in now is understand your own pace. It's not a run, it's a marathon that you have to run here. So it's not 1 or 2 kilometers or 1 or 2 months that you have to go. There are people who've been a Toastmaster for like 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and I have met them. And the only thing I grabbed from them was, take it slow, but take it constant. Do not leave that zeal to grow for your own self, because remember that out of everything that you're doing for the world, this is something which you're doing for your own self, your own journey of life. And that is something which keeps me going every single time, because I know this is my time, this is my growth, this is my journey. And something which you get in an environment whereas nobody is judging you. You go outside in the world, whatever you do is judged, criticized, and you have to kind of just things others feel for you. But this is one platform which gives you all of it's a simulation exercise which can take you to the heights which you have never thought. Just don't give on it as a race. Take it as a marathon, and you will achieve the unexpected things.
Dear friends, Toastmasters is something which you really need to put on. You have your own pace, and all you need is a zeal to go forward. We are very happy to have Toastmaster Pragya today with us. Many of you might be very inspired by the way she speaks, and one day you want to be like her. The best way is to be in Toastmasters, love it, and go forward. Thank you, Toastmaster Pragya, for coming to this session. Dear friends, we'll be bringing more such people, many enthusiastic Toastmasters in this program. And so keep watching. Tata, bye bye. Thank you.